This video will show you how to make samanoo. This recipe is brought to you by www.persian-recipes.com. The ingredients are unpelted wheat. For this recipe, I used about 250 grams of the unpelted wheat. You'll need 1,000 grams of wheat flour, which is equivalent to 4 times the amount of the unpelted wheat you're using. First, you'll need to prepare the sprouts. Start by washing your unpelted wheat. Transfer the wheat into a bowl and add cool water to it so that it can soak for up to 2 days. On the second day, you want to pour out the water that's in the bowl and add cool water to it once more. On the third day, strain the wheat. Rinse the wheat. If you look closely, you'll notice some of the roots are showing. Transfer the wheat into a dish with a wet paper towel on the bottom. And then spread the wheat out. Cover the wheat with wet paper towels or 100% cotton cloths. On the fourth day, remove the wet paper towel from the bottom. You want to place the dish in a warm area, and remember to wet the cloth at least 2 times a day. You want to allow the sprouts to grow for about 2 to 3 days. On day 7, my sprouts look like this, and that's when they were ready for the making of samanoo. You'll see sprouts as well as roots. You're going to break off pieces and throw it into a blender. Add some water to the pieces that are in the blender and then puree or liquefy. Repeat the steps until everything is blended. Your end result will look something like a halim or oatmeal. Transfer the contents into a very fine mesh strainer. And then use a spoon or spatula to very gently stir the contents of the blended mixture in the strainer so that the liquid will go through, but nothing else besides the liquid. Next, add the blended mixture into a cotton cloth so that you can further squeeze out the liquids from it. The way to do that is to wrap the cloth around it and squeeze it further. Now here's the part where you're going to begin repeating a few of the steps. You're going to take the contents in the cloth, dump them back into the blender, add more water, and hit the liquefy button once more. Repeat these steps until all the sweetness and the milky colored liquid is taken from the wheat. Gradually add the wheat milk to the flour and stir. It will become difficult to stir all the flour, so if you choose, you could use your blender to help speed up this process. No matter what, you want to make sure no lumps exist in your mixture. If your mixture is not liquid enough, add more wheat milk to it. So far, my end product looks like this. Now you want to turn your burner on and set it on a medium temperature. Note that the time is approximately 4:17 p.m. You want to continuously stir. By 4:40, my samanoo now looks like this. The water begins to evaporate more and more as you continuously stir. As you'll notice, the time's now 5:17 and the samanoo looks like this. Because I'm using whole wheat flour, that's why the samanoo changes color and darkens a lot quicker. If you're using another type of flour, you might notice that the color changes a lot later than it has for me. Also, because I'm using whole wheat flour, there's a bit of a texture to the samanoo. In Farsi, this is referred to as sabus, which translates to bran in English. Here, the samanoo is at the point where most of the water is fully evaporated. What you want to start doing is kind of frying it without adding any oil or anything to it in the same pot that it's in for a couple of minutes, and then you're going to gradually start adding water to the samanoo. You need to keep stirring and adding more water until there's no lumps in the samanoo. From here on out, you don't need to constantly stir, but you want to stir somewhere between every 10 to 15 minutes. Place the lid on the pot in a way that the steam can still escape. Allow this to continue until the samanoo thickens. If you like, you can even cover the lid with a cloth or towel 30 minutes towards the end so that more moisture is absorbed. By around 8:30, 8:45 p.m. at night, my samanoo is ready. The making of samanoo is time-consuming, but believe me, it's well worth it. Don't forget to check out my website, www.persian-recipes.com.